joggers, pool and spa. Getting away is not that hard. Vacation in your own backyard.
We have two kinds of cover locks. We have the full cover lock system, which is covers an entire top rail. Otherwise, we have the juniors, which are just little 6-inchers, and what you can do is put on like 2 or 3 per top rail, depending on how windy of an area you're in. But before you put your winter cover on, you want to put this on first, because it's a 2-part clip. What it is this goes on the top rail, so the flat side, the smooth one, goes on the top rail. The winter cover goes over the pool, and then this snaps on over the winter cover. A hurricane can come through after this is on, and it will not. It might get windy underneath it yet, but it will not come off. It'll take the pool with it before it takes this off. So, if you're going to put these on, put the first part of the clip on prior to putting the cover on. It makes life a whole lot easier. The most common question we get: what side of the color, or what side of the winter cover goes up? Colored side or black side? The answer is colored side. No matter whose color it is, the cover is colored side up. The reason being, black does not have all the UV protectants on it. Color does. As you can see, with a 4-foot oversized cover, it's really not that much overly huge on the pool. And that's with a pool full of water. So that's why we like keeping the pool full of water, because it helps keep a lot of the tautness of it off. Now, as Todd's going around and putting stringing the cable through, but what we have here, put those cover locks on. Now you put the second part of that system on there. And the reason that this works so well is what it does is it take this cover and it laid it up underneath and laid it up under the top rail, and now it's laying right on the edge of the pool. Well, we'll show you when they get that on what'll happen there if you don't. But the full system lock works really nice. And the thing about the full lock, or even the clips, on oval pools, when you're going down the straight side of an oval pool, what'll happen is you can't get any tension on there. So that thing will just kind of flop in the breeze on an oval pool. If you take either the juniors, or I prefer on an oval to put the full locks down the side, that'll give it the tautness and the hold and the grip that it really needs to be able to stay on there really well. And so all you gotta do is put the cable in. Now, what you want to do is when you tighten this up, you just tighten it up as tight as you can by hand. Don't put a channel lock pliers on it and try to crank it around 5 or 6 more turns. The cable won't handle it, and neither will the ratchet. The two things that does for this is, one, it's really noisy when you're in your house and all you hear is what's going on outside when it's windy. It's really cold. But the other thing is what we talked about earlier with the weave strength. All these weaves, with that wind blowing on that just takes that and starts moving it, and it'll break all the coating on the top, and it'll start stretching the weave out. And once it starts stretching the weave out, then it can leak through, the water can come through on the top, and the debris and such, when it gets big enough, it can go right down through into the pool, and then it covers junk. Then what a lot of times people will say, well, I want to keep my pool cover empty, so I just throw a pump on it and keep the pump on there all the time. If you keep the pump on there all the time, it'll actually pull the water right through the cover. So you can empty your pool just by putting a pump on here and turning it on. It'll start pulling it right through. And the other thing that you want to do is once you have this on, you want to pull this cover up. You want to have it just underneath the top rails, all the way around. What a lot of times you'll see a lot of people do is they'll pull this cover tight, try to almost get this thing tight, across there. You don't want that. You want, because the more you pull this down, the more this opens this up and opens it up to wind and the cover going around. So you want to try to get this nice and snug up underneath here. In high wind situations, you're gonna have to use the Locs probably all the way around.
Tiger's pool and spa. Getting away is not that hard. Vacation in your